Okay, we are now moving on to 7.7. So again, just need to go over some concepts first before we do the questions. The first concept we need to learn is the definition of independent events. So independent events we can say that two events are independent as long as the probability of A does not affect the probability of B. So the two events are going to be events A and B. So an example would be if we flip a coin, then roll a dice. So the two events are completely independent of each other. For example, the probability of head is 1/2, and the probability of getting a 3 is 1/6, right? So getting a head does not affect the probability of getting a 3. When that happens, then the probability of A and B occurring, so if two events are independent, then the probability of A and B is really just the probability of A times the probability of B. So in our example, the probability of head and 3 is going to be 1/2 times 1/6, and we get 1/12. And we also need to know what are dependent events. So dependent events would just be the complete opposite of independent events. So two events A and B are dependent if probability of A affects probability of B. So when this happens, we need to be very careful. So if we have a bag containing a black and a white marble, there's a bag, and then there's a black and a white marble inside. So we can analyze the possible outcome. So we are going to have two selections. So the first selection, we can have a black or white. That will be the first selection. And the second selection can also be black or white, right? But this time we are not going to replace the marble. So if the first one is black, we have 1/2 chance of occurring, then we have 0 chance of getting a black, right? Because there's only one black. And a white will have just 1 chances of getting a white. So, in this case, the probability of B in the second choices is affected by the probability of B in the first choices. Same idea here. This is 1/2 white, and then to get black, we will just have 100% because there's only a black marble left in the bag, and this will be 0. So our possible outcome, of course, is either black white or white black. Those are the only possible outcome, and they both have a 50% chance of occurring. So those are called dependent events. Okay, so those are the concepts that we need to know. I'll see you in the next video and I will go over the first page of word problems.